Welcome to this week's Around T-Town. I'm Jaden Jefferson, and we're here on Adams Street at House of Dow, and I'm joined by Alan Dow, who is the owner of House of Dow. So tell me about House of Dow.
House of Dow is a shop that I started because I love vintage. All things old that kind of people forget about or they don't want to use anymore, but they want to give new life to. This is the place for that. We buy all kinds of cool, old, and unique things and try to give them new life and a new home so people can appreciate them again.
Let's take a tour of everything, because you were telling me there's some new stuff you just got in.
Yeah, we've been buying out a lot of different types of vintage clothing sources, but one of the big ones we've been buying from is an estate of a vintage clothing dealer that we've been buying from. And there's just all kinds of stuff. We bring in new things every week, and we've got areas in the store for different types of clothing too. So our latest haul has had stuff from the 90s, the 80s, the 70s, all the way back to the 30s and 20s in it. So we run the gambit of different types of vintage clothing.
And what's cool is, especially like this new generation of basically fashion icons, you could say, it really is about vintage and things that bring you nostalgia. And we obviously have a whole section here devoted to that.
Yeah, we've got different sections in the store, and each one is, designed to help you feel a different type of nostalgia, make you remember different styles or things you had when you were younger. We've got a 60s and 70s area, an 80s and 90s area. We've got a menswear area and spots for coats, furs. We've got 20s dresses. We've just got every kind of vintage area we could think of, we put together.
And the store goes all the way back, because even back here we still have some shoes and then some other outfits as well.
Yeah, it's we're lucky. We've got a kind of a big place, and we're able to show lots of different types of vintage clothes here in the shop. And then we also have some toys and accessories and decor too as well. It's a big place, and we fit in as much as we possibly can in the space. As you can see, there's a lot of stuff here.
And what's really cool about vintage is sustainability, because you're just reusing clothes, which is so important, especially now.
Yeah, the fashion industry these days is incredibly wasteful. A lot of clothing is made to end up in landfills and dumpsters and things like that, and it costs a lot in energy and in supplies, water, resources to make that clothing as well. When you buy vintage, you are buying sustainable. You're keeping clothing from ending up in a landfill. You're giving it new life. You're giving it a chance to still be worn and last. And a lot of things that people get rid of have only small cleaning or repairs that they needed. So we take that on. We try to bring the clothes back to the fullest life they can have, and we give people the opportunity to really get into their own style so they don't have to look like everybody else.
For sure, and obviously people are busy these days, and online shopping is big too, and House of Dow is also online.
Yeah, we are. We are on all the social media networks, and we also sell on eBay and Etsy, and we have a website as well, which is houseofdow.com. We post some of our best finds up on our Etsy store, which is House of Dow Boutique, and we are always posting on our Instagram when we get new stuff in so people can see our latest hauls.
Well, Alan Dow, owner of House of Dow, thanks for joining me.
Thanks for having me. Appreciate it.
Thank you, and that's this week's Around T-Town. I'm Jaden Jefferson.